On this 30-minute mechanic, we've got everything under the hood pretty much done, all buttoned up. Belt came in, fit just like I hoped it would. I'll show you that in a minute. So today, I think we're going to jump in the car, see if we can get the stock ECU pulled out, and see where that takes us. So buckle up, let's go. All right, just take a quick little video of everything here. Everything's bolted in and bolted up and plugged in and fitted how I wanted it to fit. Got our belt. Actually, I got the belt. Belt came in and I tried to put it on and I was like, it's too long. What's going on? Well, I routed it wrong again. So of course it was too long. But now I have it in there properly. There it goes down around the crank, up around the water pump, down around the AC compressor, power steering, under, over the alternator, down the tensioner, and back. So that's a good layout. Oh, we'll keep on going around here. I stuck a blue rag underneath that fitting to see if it was going to leak. I haven't noticed any leaks, so feeling pretty good about the power steering pump. Wideband wiring's all in. This end of the project, pretty well buttoned up. Pretty excited about this. Now we just got to jump to the electronics end of it. So let's go dive into that. This part's going to be interesting. Probably worse than videoing under the car. First thing we got to do is we've already got this little push pin thingy out of here. Took it out a while back, but first thing we got to do is get this trim off in that kick panel. And these are not hard to get off on this car. Expose our ECU back in here. Oh my gosh. Whoop, there it goes. Okay. That part is out. Now, gosh, you may need to take the seat out of this thing to get to this, but maybe not. You can probably see it buried back in here. They're kind of hard to get to. My other car, a green one, it was pretty hard to get back in here and get access to this guy. Actually, what I'm going to start by doing is unplugging a couple of these harnesses that are, well, darn it, unplugging a couple of them that are, oh my gosh, why do you keep snapping back? Blocking my way. Thought I was. Gosh. Maybe I need to get the tiny screwdriver. Where'd it go? Maybe I need two tiny screwdrivers. I don't know. Now, let's do this again. I don't know why that connector doesn't want to come apart. I need my readers. May have dirt in it. Who knows? There it goes. Okay, that one's apart. That's a little suspect looking. We have a wire pulling power for something. Don't really know what that is. Oh, zip tied in here. I wonder what that goes to. Gauges, maybe? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let me get some of these other plugs unplugged. Come on, get out of there. That one's out of the way. Got one more here that, oh boy. Wow. I mean, really, Ford? You got to stick them all in here? Is that one broke? Yeah, I think it is. But it's out of the way here. There. Get them pulled back. Get them pulled back. Now all we got to do is, you can see it, but there's a teeny tiny little bolt right there we got to get out so we can get this thing pushed up and pulled out, and then take out the bolt that holds the connector into the ECU. Let me go see if I can find the right size socket for that. Which that's a little bitty guy. A nut driver here. Imagine what size that would be. I don't know, we'll just randomly grab some sockets and find the one that fits. Oh, look at that. Random socket number 1 is the prize. Ooh, it's out. Now, ouch. Little guy right there. I'm going to pop that one out of the way, maybe. Let me get my tool. Ouch. Man, see, everything's poking me today. Poke me in the hand, poke me in. Thing I do need to do. Got my workout mat down here to put my knees on, but I don't need both sections, just one section. What we're going to do is there we go. Ah. Now we can see what's going on here a little better. Yep, see. This dude pulls that. It's got like a, these ECUs have like a 10mm bolt in them that hold them up and hold the connector in right there. Let's see if we can grab a socket and a 10. I think I have a little 10 I can use. That'll work. And, maybe. Let's see. I had where to put it? There I go. Not prepared. Not prepared. This will work. Put it in backup gear here. See if we can get this thing taken out. This is a T4MO ECU, which is correct for this car. Sometimes you get these cars and people have worked on them and you find parts that aren't right, but this one is right. Okay. I think maybe we're, well, not quite yet. Which I think is very similar. I think this T4MO is very similar to an A9L mass air computer for the old, what do you call it? 5 liters. Okay. ECU out. Let's see what does the end say down here. Doesn't have, never been chipped. Doesn't have a chip in it. So just a stock EEC4 mass airflow computer. We'll hang on to that. We don't really need it for anything, but we'll hang on to it regardless. Okay. Where is our... Now we just take our little EFI Source. Let me turn my light where it shows things a little better. There's our EFI Source ECU adapter, and it just plugs in right there. And flip the switch on the deal. And we should be able to just tighten it right on there. If my ratchet stays going the right direction. I'm not 100% sure where we're going to put this Microsquirt. If we're going to try to tuck it up in there or what we're going to do with it. That's kind of what I want to look at. Perfect. Look at that. All connected there. And these two wires are for my O2, my wideband data for the Microsquirt. Oh, okay. Now I got that part done. There's the Microsquirt itself. And it just plugs in right there. So we are plugged, ready to plug and play. I'm kind of considering. I mean, you could probably tuck that dude, just tuck it right back up in there, and maybe get this wiring sort of pointed the right way. I don't know. There's not a whole lot of room to work with in this back in this hole. That's the only trouble. Trouble here, but you know what, for now I think we're just going to leave it here and not try to tuck it in anywheres. I think I want to make sure it works and everything before I start stuffing stuff back in. So we probably should connect some of these dudes back up. Make sure I'm not crossing anything over where I can't get it undone later. Yeah, that'll work. These dudes can kind of tuck back there for now. Okay. Gosh. That was pretty easy. Plug and play. I like plug and play. Plug and play is good. This little connector here is what, there's a cable supplied. Plug this, and then we plug it into our plug it into our laptop to do any tuning we need to do. All right, cool. All right, now that's about the easiest install I think I've done. Let me move my light a little bit here. See, we pulled out the stock EEC4, plugged in our EFI Source adapter harness here, and then plugged it right into the Microsquirt. So bingo boingo. ECU installed, sort of, for the most part. Okay, here we are in the car. I don't know what I did with mine. Good grief, I just had it. The Allen wrenches. I'm just going to pop out these two little Allen screws. Oh, there it is. It's in my lap. Here we go. There's an Allen screw on each side, and it's not that size. I think it's probably this little bitty one here. These gauges here, they really just shove in there. So there they are. I mean, there's a fly in here. And this bezel's kind of cheesy. That doesn't fit there. Maybe they're not metric. Thought they were. Figured they were. They are enough. Tell me to get them out. There's one on each side of the bezel. And then there's a bezel up here and a bezel up, a bolt up here and a bolt up there, a screw. I'm gonna put these, take them out and set them in the floor. That's literally a screw. Set them in the floorboard. One thing that could be a future upgrade for this car, since we're using a Microsquirt, DIY Auto Tune, they make they sell a dash cluster replacement in here that's essentially a computer. So you can have a wireless keyboard in here, and you can do all your tuning right there. It's always connected to your ECU. You can do all your tuning, data logging right there through your dash cluster. It's kind of a cool deal, and they make them for this particular car. There's not a screw there, but there is a screw there, and I can't see what. I think it's a Phillips. Let me go grab the Phillips. It's kind of hard to. The whole videoing in the car is presented itself as somewhat of a challenge. I think that's a Torx. Yeah, well. I'll be prepared. There's the Torxy deals. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I need that little ratchet I had. We're gonna guess. We're going to guess. We guessed good. No, but the dash, I actually considered the dash for my other car. It's a pretty neat deal. Considering you don't have to have a laptop with you in order to do all your tuning, data logging, and whatnot, because it's all right there in that. Now, I don't know how to get this off. It's right there in the dash. How does the dadgum light button come out? Does it come out like all Fords for millions of years have come out? I'm not feeling like it does. Hello. Poppy Yoffy? Twisty Yoffy? No. We're probably gonna have to. Y'all can't see it anyways. We might as well just pause the game. Here's what I'm currently fighting with. The knob. And I got all the screws out of the little bezel here, and the gauges pull out, but they're wired back farther in, so I can't just pull the gauge out and I go from there. I need to get the knob off, but I can't seem to get the knob off. I don't know if it's like older Fords where you got to push the button on the bottom to release them, or if it's got some other little trick. So I'm gonna have to Google that. All right. If you don't know how to get these off, well, see a little metal tab right in there, right down inside there. Well, you can take a screwdriver and just the little where to go. I just had it. Here it is. Never underestimate the power of the tiny screwdriver, because you just slip your screwdriver in right there, push down on it super hard, and go bloop, and pull that dude right out. So if you ever got to pull one of those off, that's how you do it. So switch knob off. Okay, now that we got that switch out, we can pull our bezel towards us and flop it out of the way. And we got a bunch of wiring. Oh my gosh. What in the devil? Are you guys seeing this? Because I mean, maybe you shouldn't be seeing this, because this is scary wiring here. Let's just cram it in there and tape it all up. I wonder if anything's even soldered or if it's just all taped together. Hey, it's all just, no, it's actually soldered. No, it's not. Look at that. Just twisted in there. Man, this car continues to deliver. Oh man, this probably is all of the what you call it? Lights and ground is probably what that stuff is. Oh my gosh, more connections. Oh, you just pull those apart. Look at that. Look at that. Some people should not be allowed to work on cars. Because, I mean, some days that includes me, but I mean, I may just go ahead and take, I have no idea where this even goes back in there. I do know they used a lot of tape on it. Good gravy. Okay, those are all the the narrow band O2 stuff right there, which we are not going to need because we're not going to use any of their wiring. See, there's another one. Boop, just pull it straight off. Look at that. Great. Great horny toads. And this is what? I don't understand this either. They got wires coming, they got a connector on here. And that one's got a wire cut off. This one's got two connectors on it for some reason. I don't really know why. That's a voltmeter. I'm really not sure that one even worked. But that's probably that red wire we found over there in the kick panel. That's probably the same red wire right there, which may be 12 volts. Positive 12 volts. I'm gonna leave that in there for right now. Okay, we've kind of researched this deal out. I think that's where I'm gonna stop for today. I am going to put my wideband on one side. I don't really know which. Probably on the left side pod, but we'll get to that maybe tomorrow. So anyways, we've uncovered a bunch of weird wiring and got our ECU plugged in, and kind of wanted to look at this before hooking the battery up. Tomorrow we may monkey with this a little bit. We might actually hook the laptop up to the Microsquirt, whoops, and see what we're doing there. So anyways, let's go wrap it up. All right, that'll do it for a 30-minute mechanic today. We pulled out stock ECU, put the new ECU in. We got our belt in. So everything under the hood, done. Until it's not. But it's all the way it should be right now. Everything's bolted up, everything's tight. It's good to go. So we plugged in our EFI Source harness, and plugged our Microsquirt, plugged our Microsquirt in. And then we got this bezel off in here so we can mount our wideband. Probably going to mount it over here by the headlight switch. Neither side is super easy to see from the seating position, but I think that's what where I'm going to put it. I may change my mind after sitting here. I may change my mind. I don't know, but that'll be for another day. So like, subscribe, tell your friends, ring the bell, and we'll see you next time. Bye.